I haven't made a video about tachycardia. What the hell's up with that? Anyway, so what I was dealing with, my heart rate was all over the place. My blood pressure was all over the place. It was high and low, medium, slow, Jolly Peppers high, low, right? Is out of hand, and I couldn't make sense of anything, right? And I was always checking first I was always checking my temperature, checking my blood pressure, and also constantly checking my heart rate, ding, 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 right? And how many beats I was doing a minute. And when I had my shit storm or my perfect storm, they call it the perfect storm. I call it my perfect shit storm, right? I had emergency surgery, I was healing, and then a week later, 70 symptoms, right? Before that, I was dealing with, one or two symptoms, three or four, and they would change around, right? And this was like for 15 years, right? I had some mini perfect storms come up in my life where, I had an uptick of like 20 symptoms, right? And I went down all these rabbit holes, and I was always trying to fix things, trying to fix the gut, right? Trying to put some more bacteria in my biome, and you name it. I went down every rabbit hole, every protocol, saw every functional medicine. I had 18 doctors, different tests, and you name it. Been there, done that. So you can imagine, I'm getting hit with these 70 symptoms. All of a sudden, I go from eating normal foods to, boom, you can only eat two foods, buddy. And that's a different reality, right? That's like, is this really happening? No, I'm dreaming. I must be fucking dreaming. Really, I'm dreaming. And I wanted to shake myself out of that reality, right? For some reason, it was like, this is a fucking dream. Fucking wake up, right? I'm slapping myself in the face. I'm like, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up, right? Maybe I'll jump into a different reality. Maybe I'll do that, quantum jumping, right? I was like, maybe I'll just slap myself so hard that I'll wake up from this crazy fucking dream. This dream feels so real. This can't be real. This can't be real. How am I dealing with, how is it that I'm feeling like I'm surviving? I'm like, how am I going to be alive in the next 3 seconds? Not the next second, right? Not tomorrow, right? This was more interesting. It was like, I don't know how you're going to be alive in the next 3 seconds, right? Every second by second, it'd be like, oh, I'm alive. Oh, I'm alive. Oh, I'm alive. No, it was every 3 seconds, like, oh, you're alive. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm alive. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. Right? Constantly. Oh, fuck. Right? Doing that every 1 or 2 seconds, and that's the state I was stuck in. Plus all the 70 symptoms. Plus, I couldn't eat anything. So, and it's exhausting because you're like, holy fuck, is this my reality right now? Okay, now I gotta open a big can of worms. This is gonna be exhausting. This is gonna be shit. I'm going down to, this is gonna be my journey. And I had a medium tell me a year before, oh, you're gonna be going down a big journey. Oh, and I forgot about it. Right? She's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be going through a big journey, long journey. I'm like, all right. And I didn't want to deal with this journey. I didn't want to start opening cans of worms. I didn't want to start going, all right. Right? Because I came from a world of research every day. I was a Google doctor, like everybody, like I'm sure all you guys, professional Google doctor going, yeah, okay, if you put the T cell up here and you move that, then you got the biome with this, okay, well, the autoimmune, when you have the blood-brain barrier, blood, right, and then you have, well, you got the protocol with the left ventricle, and then you fucking, right? My research was crazy. I had all these bookmarks. I was in 60 different fucking programs. I was a part of 60 different Facebook groups, probably 100, right? And I had them all, things bookmarked, screenshot. Okay, I gotta save that. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, he said this. Okay, that. Man, it was like pissing in the wind. It's like pissing in the ocean. Right? I was making no improvements. I was just swimming in information, right? Following all these Facebook groups with all these protocols, right, of bullshit. I was swimming in bullshit information, right? Stuck. How many years of this shit, right? And then, a perfect storm hits. I get 70 symptoms, and I got to do this again. I got to start researching again. I got to open up cans of worms. I got to Start buying supplements out the ass again? Doing protocols that fucking never worked? I've been down this road many times before, right? I remember the naturopath doctor that I had. He didn't do anything last time. I'm like, well, why am I calling him again? He was useless the last. He cost me a fucking fortune. No, it's like, well, no, it's like, hi, can I make an appointment? I get there, he's like, let's put you on the kill protocol for Candida. We'll work on that first, and then we'll get this, and then we'll do a pie graph of your biome and see, well, this is what's happening. The pie graph, you need to bomb your nervous system. You need to bullshit again. Right? And I'm going down. I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to go down all these rabbit holes again with these Facebook groups. Right? It's exhausting. When you're faced by this mountain, not a mountain, sorry. This massive fucking ocean, and you got a little spoon, and you got to put that water somewhere. I don't know. That's how much sense it makes. It doesn't make any fucking sense, right? You got a spoon and you're in front of an ocean. What is that? What are you going to do? What are you doing? I don't know. So it was a mountain. No, it was an ocean, right? And I had to start opening cans, start researching, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I was lucky. I was so lucky. And there's a couple times, I think my prayers were answered, because there was 2 times where I was running down the hallway screaming, somebody help me. Please, God, help me. Right? Please. And normally I wouldn't do that. I was somewhat spiritual. I thought I was spiritual. But after this journey, I realized, no, I wasn't. This journey really was a massive awakening for me. And it really forced me to be in touch with my, with my higher self, and to get really spiritual. I never had that before. Right? But anyway, so I'm walking down the hallway, running down the hallway, screaming, holding my head, crying like a bitch. Like, hey, somebody help me. Help me, God help me. And nobody's in the house. I made sure I waited till nobody's in the house. Imagine I fucking did that when people, oh man, I would have probably been divorced. My mom would have probably been like having heart attacks. My dad would have been, get a hold of yourself, for fuck's sake, right? Oh man, no, I waited. I was like, okay, you're gonna go to work? Okay, bye, Mom. No, I'm fine. I'll eat the gluten crackers. No, I'm good. Okay, see ya. Fuck. Right? They leave. I'm running through the hallway. Breakdown, right? And then after you have your breakdown, you have another breakdown, and you think you hear somebody coming in. You're like, you go to the window. You're like, oh shit, somebody's coming. All right. I'm good. Hey, how was work? Hi. Right? And you can't you barely breathe. It feels like there's an elephant on your chest. You got 70 symptoms. You can't eat food. Right? And this was happening on a regular basis in the beginning. Running down the hallway, crying, freaking out, and researching like crazy, right? And yeah, one of the symptoms that I had was tachycardia. But my heart was going, up and down. It would beat really slowly while I was having a panic attack. How does that happen? It was going dum 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 dum, and meanwhile I'm like dum dum. What the fuck, right? And then I already made a video about this. I couldn't find a pulse. I was like, what the fuck? Where is it? Oh, it's down the street, right? My pulse is down the street. I could barely feel anything. And then I went to the phase where my resting heart rate, where I'm just chilling like this, right in bed, and just like, I'm calm. Let's check it. Holy fuck. Right? I'm like, man, maybe it's because I'm a smoker. So I had to quit smoking. Which is another video I gotta make. So, I'm in bed. I Google, I'm like, what's a good resting heart rate, blah, blah. They're like, from 60 to blah, blah, blah. And I remember, because I used to check my pulse all the time and my heart rate. My resting heart rate was from 65 to 70. Usually. And I go check it. And it's at 110. Right? It's at 100, 110. I'm like, this isn't, what the fuck? And this is me being calm. I was calm. And I was like, dum 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 dum, like, come on, man. So I try to calm it down. I'm like, ugh, come on, buddy. Ugh. All right, let's bring it down. Let's visualize me bringing down my heart rate, right? And it'd be like 110. So I check it again after me trying to visualize me bringing it down. And it'd be like 109. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Let's do it again. So like for 2 hours, I'm trying to bring it down. And it's like 109.5. I'm like, fuck. This isn't working. Why am I like, what's going on? So then I had to quit smoking, and I did, and it stayed there. And then when I was having a freak out a couple of times, it was like 120, right? 130. I was like, right? It's like the drummer from Slipknot is my heart going. I took some CBD oil because I'm like, okay, I got tachycardia. My heart rate's always fucking elevated. Maybe this, I quit smoking, but that's giving me a stress response also because I got an addiction, right? So, and nothing's calming down. It's a good thing that I quit smoking, right? Very good thing. But nothing was budging, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm doing some CBD oil. I remember back in the day, it's good for anxiety. Of course, it's going to work, right? So I had this prescription, right? That was just sitting there collecting dust. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm like, glug, glug. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's see what happens. Maybe this will help. I got really fucking high from the CBD oil. Normally, you don't get high from CBD. But I guess I went glug, glug, thinking, well, yeah, CBD, you don't get high from CBD. It fucked me up. So, of course, I'm in the ambulance. They're driving me. They're not taking me seriously. Like, this guy's just fucked up on CBD. Like, we got better things to do. But I thought my world was crashing up. It was insane. And I'm sure some of you, you've experienced eating edibles. I've had that happen to me. But this was happening with CBD oil. So, and my heart rate, they're like, dude, you have to calm down, man. Your heart rate's at 150. Like, I'm like, what is it? What's going to happen? I'm like, nothing's going to happen, sir. You need to calm down. Okay, and I didn't know where, I knew it was, what's the worst feeling when you're in an ambulance and you can't see out the window? And you're in this space and there's movement happening and you're fucking high on CBD oil. You're like, sir, what's your name? Okay, so what happened? Anyway, so, I'm telling them, like, can you check my heart rate? Like, I'm like, this is my resting. They didn't care. They're like, sir, this is not an emergency. Okay, make an appointment with your doctor. Okay? So, we're going to get you out of here. You're out of here. You're gone. You're out of here. Like, right? And this was happening because I was going to the hospital at least 3 times a week. Because there was always something fucked up, right? There's always some symptom that made me feel like I was dying or something was exploding or whatever. So every time I went there, I would ask them, I'm like, what's going on with my heart rate? Why is it so? They're like, sir, it can happen. It just says, that people have that, and it's not, you're gonna have to make an appointment with your doctor. And then when I saw the doctor, he wouldn't say anything about it. He'd be like, okay, do you have any anxiety? Do you have any? I'm like, yeah, I'm dealing with all kinds. And I would tell him a little bit because I was learning not to tell them about all your symptoms because they'll get you out of there so quickly, right? So I went down those. I made those mistakes. Anyway, so they'd be like, all right, well, from what we can see now, this is not an emergency, so we're gonna, everything looks like you're gonna be fine. If you have any problems, make sure to come back. I'm like, all right, thanks. Blah, blah, blah. So I had no answers, right? But eventually I found out that this is a part of one of the 70 symptoms that I was dealing with. This was just one of the 70 symptoms. More shit piled onto the pile. And then I started doing the programs. And I started regulating, and eventually, it regulated. My heart rate went back down. I was back down to 65, 70, which is great. If you're dealing with tachycardia, do the program, right? Stay on course, because you got to bring that baseline down. See, that's what's happening. You're in a state of fight or flight, right? The brain's perceiving danger. Your heart rate's going to go up and go down and go all over the fucking place. Same with your blood pressure. It's going to be haywire. Everything's haywire, right? So you got to empty that bucket, right? Because you've been pulling loads, right? Life's been throwing you curveballs, and you've been pulling 747s for how many years now? You got to let go of some shit. You got to empty that bucket, right? You got to pull that baseline down back to 0 because it's in a state of fight or flight. It's stuck there. So when it's stuck there, it's going to throw you alarms constantly. And then we get traumatized by the alarms, and here we go with the cycle. When you stay in a state of fight or flight, it keeps sending more alarms, right? Because it's perceiving danger. It thinks there's a liger on your back that's going to eat your head off constantly. It's constantly going, but it's not. There's nothing there. But the brain is thinking that because it's been programmed to think you're in danger because life kept throwing you curveballs. You're in a toxic relationship with a narcissist, or your job was, shitty. You hated your boss. You hated your coworkers. It's constantly toxic. Everybody's angry, right? You're in an angry state for so long that eventually it becomes your program, your baseline. It's set. You just programmed your body and your brain into this survival state. And now all you got to do is create a new program, bring down your baseline, turn off alarms, empty your bucket, release those loads, and then the body can regulate and start working again. All the systems in your bodies are able to heal and do their job. You're able to detox, your biome gets back on balance, things start to heal, pain goes away, all the symptoms go poof, right? That's where we want to get at. And yes, your heart rate will regulate, right? It'll go back to normal.